In my opinion, Rusalka is one of the great, great operas. I mean, just to be obvious, the music is just sublime. And I think we're finding Dvořák at the height of his power. And like the greatest of all operas, it can be taken at so many different levels, from being a fairy tale to being about what it really means to be human, what love is about, and possibly what redemption is about.
My relatively young life as an opera director, there are direct musical quotes from Eugene Onegin, which is the first opera I did with Garsington. And at the heart of the piece, there's another wonderful, impetuous, passionate creature declaring that she will risk everything, including eternal damnation, for love.
Michael and Tom are so au fait with our environment, and in Rusalka we have this flitting between the world of nature and water to the human world of a kind of palatial type of environment, and then ABA, we come back to the world of nature. It's kind of the ideal Garsington piece.
Tom and I were faced with our toughest challenge of a glass opera house, in that we begin pretty unambiguously in moonlight, and quite importantly, in moonlight. The most famous aria from the opera, the Song to the Moon, happens during brilliant sunlight coming in from stage left. And we're hoping that at the end of the first act, we've got a real moment of Cinderella, you can go to the ball, and this is what the ball looks like. It's Wormsley, it's glorious. I think actually the wonderful opera house at Wormsley does help us, even in this seemingly impossible opera to stage in those circumstances. As always, Tom and I have tried to be as simple as possible, and in a way I see our job as not getting in the way of Natalya Romaniw breaking everyone's hearts. However, there are lovely opportunities to enjoy the otherworldliness, and I think important obligation to reflect the otherworldliness that is in the play.
One of the great things about Rusalka is the orchestral music. It is utterly glorious, lyrical, melodic, and I think a joy to play for the musicians. And to have one of the great symphony orchestras of the world, the Philharmonic, in the pit is, I hope, a joy for them, but certainly a joy for me. We have Natalya Romaniw, who is a world-class artist, and I'm so proud that Garsington Opera, I think, gave her a really amazing beginning to her career when she sang Tatiana in Onegin. I'm so thrilled she's coming back to sing the title role. And alongside her we have Gerard Schneider, wonderful American tenor, who will be the prince. Skye Ingram, who was such a compelling Elvira in Don Giovanni last year, will be the foreign princess, who I think will bring oozles of personality and musicianship to that role. Ultimately, of course, Rusalka is an ensemble piece, and it involves so many of our young artists, both in the chorus, but also as our wood nymphs and water sprites, and our hunter. And so for us to have this combination of wonderful young talent in our young artist program and great artists like Natalya is a joy.